We'll guide you through Google Sites for beginners. If you find this useful, then consider subscribing and liking the video. Now we're handing over the guide to Pausa, who's going to continue.
So just go ahead and open any browser to your liking and then just go ahead and search for sites.google.com. After that, just go ahead and press enter and then you will land in this interface. Now, when you first create a new site, you will be given two starting options. You can begin completely from a blank canvas or you can choose one of Google's pre-designed template to save yourself some setup time. For this walkthrough, we are going to start with a template since it gives us helpful head start. But everything we cover here applies just as well if you would rather build entirely from scratch. To browse your options, just go ahead and click on the template gallery option and then you will see template organized by category like small business, work, personal, education, etc. For this walkthrough, we are gonna go ahead and go with the saloon option, which we will then adjust to fit whatever our actual project needs, even though it was not originally designed for this purpose. This is a great way to see how flexible these templates really are once you start customizing them. So just go ahead and select any template that you want to work with, and then once you have made your selection, you will land inside the site editor, and this is where we will be spending most of our time. Before diving into specific button and menus, it helps to understand that nearly every web page, no matter how complex it looks, is really built in three main components. So the first one is going to be the header, which usually contains your site title or short tagline, your logo if you have one, and your navigation bar, often called as nav bar for short. The nav bar is what a visitor use to move between different pages on your site. The second component is going to be section, and this is where the bulk of your actual content lives. Your text, image, video, form, or any else that you want to display on a given page. And the third and the final component is going to be the footer, which typically hold things like contact information, FAQs, copyright detail, or broader set of link for visitor who want to explore further. In most cases, your header and footer stay consistent across every page of your site, while your section changes depending on the specific page someone is viewing. So let's start with header. If you hover over the bottom, you will see an option for image. So you can just go ahead and choose to upload your image, and let's say I want to go with this image. I'll just add the image, and you will see your image will now be successfully added. Once you have added your image, you will have two useful adjustments available. The first one is toggle for readability. So you can just go ahead and toggle it off, and now you will see we cannot read our text, but when I toggle it on, you will see we can read our text much easier. And you also have option for anchor image, which controls the part of image that stays in focus. For example, selecting top left will keep the image aligned from that corner. Now let's look at customizing the nav bar. So you can see this is the particular nav bar we are talking about, and then you can just go ahead and go to the pages option, and you will be able to see your nav bar, and here you will see a full list of your site pages along with any drop down menu if you have set up. You can reorder them by just simply clicking and dragging them just like so, and then you will see it will be successfully reordered. So I'm just gonna reorder it to my liking, and then let's say I want services to be at the front. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drag services at the top, and you will see the services is successfully at the front. You can also add them in drop down. So let's say I want to add about under the contact. I'm just gonna go ahead and left click and drag the about inside the contact, and you will see now it will successfully be inside of the contact. You can also click on the three dot next to any menu that lets you adjust its individual properties as per needed. So as for us, we are in the home page, so if I want to like make changes to the services section, I can just click on services, and here I can start adding my image and my services to my liking. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with the home, and then you can even adjust this text. So if you want to add your own text, you can just select all and press backspace to delete, and then let's say I want to type something like GuideRealm. After that, you can use this slider to adjust the length of your heading, and then you can also select all and choose to bold, and it will be successfully bolded. Now, if you hover over the plus icon in the same area, you will find option to add brand new page, a full embed, a custom link. So let's say I want to add another page. I'm just gonna go ahead and click on the plus icon and choose new page, and after that I can just name my page. So let's say I want to add a page for test. Just go ahead and click on done after that, and you will see that particular page will be successfully added. Now, as you are working through your site, You also have the ability to undo or redo, which is at the top of the option. And you even have the option to preview exactly how your site look once it is published. This preview step matter more than people often expect, since it's the easiest way to confirm your site looks correct on mobile devices too. So to switch to your mobile device, just go ahead and click on this phone icon and you will see it will be successfully view for mobile device also. Now I'm just gonna go back. Now let's talk about actually adding content to your page, which is what happens through the insert panel. So just go ahead and go to the insert panel, and then anytime you want to add new element or adjust your page layout, this is where you will do it. You can either insert individual pieces of content one at a time. So for example, you can just go ahead and add a text box, and here you can type any text to your liking. So I'm just gonna skip that part for now. And then you can also add content block. So you can just click on any content block, and then here it gives you a ready-made layout for arranging text and image side by side without manually positioning everything yourself. So I'm just gonna skip this part for now also. And then there are quite a few element types available here, but each one here is fairly straightforward to use. For example, let's say you want to add a button linking to another page. So here you would select the button element and then give it a label. So I'm just gonna type YouTube for this. After that, just go ahead and add your YouTube link. So I'm just gonna go inside the YouTube channel and then copy the URL from the address bar by pressing Ctrl C, and then add the link here by pressing Ctrl V. And after that, just go ahead and click on insert, and now you will see a button to YouTube will also be successfully added. So you can move it anywhere that you like, just like so. And you can also double click on it and choose to edit, so you can edit later on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cancel. Beyond button, you will also find divider and spacer, which helps fine tune the layout of your page, particularly useful for adding breathing room around image or creating clear separation between different sections. There is also option for collapsible group, essentially drop down section placed directly into your page content, though keep in mind that these can only contain text or image inside of them. So when I click on it, I can only add images inside of it. So I'm just gonna undo for now. And then finally, there are direct integration with Google Drive, letting you insert file stored there straight onto your site. Just be sure any file you add this way has the correct sharing permission set inside Google Drive itself. Otherwise, visitor may not be able to view it properly. So if you have any image, you can just double click on it and you can zoom in just like so. If you want to crop on one particular part. For text element, you can adjust which style it is assigned to along with its font size and other formatting properties. And of course, you can edit the text itself by simply highlighting and typing something new. Generally speaking, whenever you select any element on the page, you will see a same set of relevant properties available as when you first added it. On the left side of the editor, you will also find option especially for your section, letting you reorder them on your page. So you can just left click and drag and then reorder it to your liking, just like so. So you can just left click and drag and it will be successfully reordered. And then you can do the same with footer also. Just go ahead and click on edit footer and then you can edit it to your liking. And once you are happy with how your site is built and looks, and you can also preview it, and you also preview it by just going to preview. Then let's say you preview it for every of the devices and you are happy with how it looks. Just go ahead and click on the publish button at the top right, and then you will be asked to choose how your site should be hosted. You can publish it on the free Google provided web address, meaning your URL will simply start with Google's own domain followed by your chosen site name, hosted entirely free of charge. Alternatively, if you have your own domain, you can just go ahead and choose to use your custom domain. So I'm just gonna add my web address for now. And let's say I want it to be GuideRealm. After that, you can just go ahead and choose to publish. And you will see your site has been successfully published. After that, you can just go to the top and choose to copy your published link and click on copy link. And then when you open it in new tab by pressing Ctrl V, you will see it will now successfully open. And when you click on the button that we added earlier, you will see the button is also now working properly. And that's basically it. If you found this guide useful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to GuideRealm for more tutorials. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.